as biology. I'm from group Streptococcus and we're going to know about our learning objectives today. There are four topics. What are they? Let's go. The first is human reproductive system and human reproductive organs, genetic and genetic types. First, going to talk about human reproductive systems. Definition: human reproductive as general is an organ system has the responsibility to produce offspring for the role of maternal or ancestral organ, hormones and fluids in the body of each gender. You have to know there are only two genders in this: a female, male. Now we're going to talk about the male organ. First, we're going to talk about testes or testicle. Testes or testicle is function function is for produce sperm and testosterone for the man. The sperm and testosterone hormone created from the testicle. And we're going to epididymis. Epididymis, the function is to store capture sperm. Sperm from testicles for getting in testicles. Sorry. Then we're going to talk about fast. Fast difference function is to carry sperm from the epididymis to the ejaculatory duct as and seminal vesicles. It's that's the fluid that is part of the prostate gland produce fluid that is part of the same with seminal urethra. Urethra function transports urine and some you confused so that men can like that is from different one P is from urethra if blood sperm from the other one. Then penis. Penis is the organ that delivers sperm to female that prepuce intercourse. Or penis is also to release our pee or and the pubic bone is the weight transfer and quick stability and protection of internal organs. Then rectum. Rectum is act as temporary storage area for feces vacation. And the ejaculatory duct is transporting the sperm and seminal fluids the fast difference particles to the last is proton. Checking the plastic temperature optimal reduction to the female organ. First, ovaries producing eggs and female hormone and progesterone. And then the oviduct or the biological name fallopian tube carries the egg from the ovary to the uterus. Fertilization usually happens and the ovarian ligaments that support the ovary is within the pelvis and uterus where the fertile glands grows during pregnancy and endometrium, the lining of the uterus that thickens for potential pregnancy and sheds during and cervix, the lower narrow end of the vagina. Vagina connects the uterus and the body, used to intercourse, help breathe. And the last is fimbria, catch the egg that one of ovary release. First is uterine shedding. Uterine shedding is the thick lining of uterus that has been prepared for pregnancy is shed because fertilization does not occur. Second is bleeding. True blood comes from the shedding of the uterine lining, uterine wall cells, and the symptoms. One may experience abdominal cramps, back pain, wings, appetite, headache, other symptoms, and the hormonal changes. Testosterone and progesterone decrease during this phase, which causes the shedding, the effect on ovulation if it does not occur, luteal phase will and follicular phase end with the release of egg natural phase. And talk about the keys how to maintain the reproductive system. And to talk about 5 disease of reproductive system. Um, First is HIV, dangerous one, and syphilis, therapeutic for the woman, endometriosis, and, and prostatitis also for the man. How to protect it? I have 5 tips to protect reproductive health. First is maintain intimate organ hygiene, avoid casual sex and avoid smoking alcohol, eat nutrition, and drink enough water. Don't forget to exercise regularly and avoid excessive stress. And topic jump genetic sequence to the genetic first from cell, the nucleus, and going to be chromosome. Then and what are these are information in cells. Contain instructions how our bodies develop and function. They code for traits like eye, color, hair color, age. Where do our genes live? Genes are segments of DNA located on all chromosomes, are long, thread-like structures up of DNA and proteins. They carry many genes and are found inside the nucleus of our cells. There are 36 chromosomes in humans. Yeah, what is DNA? I'm going to talk about this is a molecule that carries genetic information in living organisms. It looks like a twisted letter, double helix, and is found inside the nucleus of cells. Okay. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. I mean deoxyribonucleic acid. What is RNA? RNA is a copy or a transcription of the twin, and RNA stands for ribonucleic acid. And the differences between DNA and RNA. Difference is the first nucleotides. DNA is adenine in cytosines and thymine. And RNA is adenine, guanine, cytosine, and uracil. And the number of chains DNA two, and RNA only have one. The location is for DNA mostly in the nucleus or nucleoid, but also in mitochondria and mainly in the cytoplasm. And the composition of DNA is deoxy, and RNA is glucose. Shape is for DNA storing genetic information and transform and transport protein. And why do we need genes? We need genes because they contain the instructions for building and our bodies. They also play a crucial role in passing traits from parents to children, reproduction, and flow of inheritance. Yeah, we got the father of inheritance here. His name is Gregor Johann Mendel. Mendel's law of inheritance, how traits are passed from parents to parents, consists of two main laws: the law of segregation, Mendel first, and the law of independent assortment. So, and the first Mendel's law say in the formation of gamete cells, allo pairs of the same gene will separate separately. The second Mendel's law, in the crossing of two or more traits, the inheritance of these traits will occur independently, meaning that one trait will not affect inheritance of the other traits. And the first example is monohybrid cross, a cross between two individuals but with one different trait that denote dominant trait that covers the trait and recessive covered trait. And this is the example, monohybrid cross. This the allele is B. The capital B stands for blue dominant and the B small one is stands for white or recessive. The genotype if capital B and capital B became the power or the capital B and B or the small b and the double B stands for white flower. And the hybrid cross, a cross between two individuals but with two different traits. Homozygous condition in which an individual has two identical alleles for a particular gene, and heterozygous is condition in which individual has two different alleles for a particular gene and one recessive, dominant and recessive. This is the example I've studied in school, and the next topic is inheritance of traits. Inheritance of traits, also known as heredity, is the process of passing traits from parents to their offspring. Inheritance of traits. Inheritance describes how certain characteristics such as eye color, age, or tendency to disease can be passed from one generation to the next. Genes act as units of genetic information that control these characteristics. Process of inheritance of living creatures is all living creatures that mate and reproduce will go through the process of fusion cells or stands for male cells with egg cells, female cells. Egg cells and sperm cells each carry their own genes or chromosomes. The result of this fusion is a zygote. A zygote that is formed contains a combination of genes and chromosomes from the parents is explained how characteristics and physicality of parents can be inherited offspring. Then we're going to talk about chromosomes, types, their role, inheritance, stress. Chromosomes are structures like a collection of fine threads that function as carriers of genetic information from parents to their offspring, consisting of nucleic acids, namely DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, and proteins. As of inheritance, inherited traits include a variety of physical and behavioral characteristics. The physical genetic is eye color, age, skin color, face shape, ear shape, and ear lobe type. Inherited disorder, the sickle cell anemia, hemophilia, thalassemia, and color blindness. The conclusion is human reproduction is plays a crucial role in the preservation of life that enable humans to reproduce and pass on genetic to future generations and others, males and females, for fertilization and development of offspring. Alongside the physical system, genetics play a vital part in certain ways such as color and the other. And that's all